Hello, I'm Hubwood, and today we are going to find out if your laptop is able to run Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, also known as PUBG, or if not.
Because more and more people keep asking me if the game will run on their specific system, I wanted to give you guys a detailed performance table to find out how well, or not so well, the game will run on your laptop. The values I researched are often estimated, and I can't give you a guarantee that the FPS I assumed will be the very same on your system, but they can give you a good estimation of what to expect.
By the way, you can find a download of the JPEG in the description of this video if you want to take a look at it later.
Alright, let's have a look at the data. And don't be afraid. I know the table looks complicated at first, but it really isn't. I just tried to include as many GPUs and CPUs as possible. I also tried to colorize the expected performance to give you an approximate hint on what you can achieve FPS wise. First of all, the most important thing for high and stable FPS is your graphics card, period. And after that comes your CPU, your HDD and your RAM. For example, if you have a slow GPU like a GeForce 730M or an Intel HD 530, but you have a decent i7 processor, you still won't be able to run the game in a satisfying way. On the other hand, if you have a decent GPU like the 960M, but you only have a slow i3 processor, you should still be good. Of course, combinations like that should be very seldom. You can play the game with 4 GB of RAM, but the experience will probably suffer, especially with Windows 10 and if you run any software in the background. Everything starting from 8 GB should be enough. The difference between 8 and 60 GB is marginal and probably only noticeable at 1080p. The hard drives tend to make a difference though. Many people with slow laptop hard drives are reporting issues when loading the house textures, especially in the first few minutes while landing after the jump, on the lobby island and so on. If you have an SSD, you should install the game on it, as it doesn't take that much space, around 7 to 8 GB right now, but it's worth it. I will now give you some time to watch the table without my jabbering, and please enjoy some soothing music while studying the values. Or just hit pause, I'm just saying.
As you usually can't upgrade laptops very well, my advice would be, if you want to upgrade it, would be to invest in an SSD first. That's going to boost your system and boost the game loading, and as I mentioned, the textures of the houses. And then the second thing would be to upgrade the RAM, but it's only worth it if you only have 4 GB, you could upgrade to 8, that would be worth it. But 8 to 16, probably not, I don't know. Doesn't make that much of a difference. If your graphic card was in the yellow or yellow-greenish area of the table, you might want to think about slowly or carefully overclocking it by a few megahertz. So that could get you about 2 to 3 frames per second, depending on your laptop, on your graphic card, and your system, your cooling system. You just would have to try that. But that's too much of a topic to discuss right now. There are many videos on YouTube which show you how to do that. But you're actually doing that at your own risk, so don't come to me crying later if you kill your laptop. And again, I can't give you a guarantee that all the values in the table are going to be exactly like that, as I neither have the time nor the money to test all these systems and GPUs. But I've spent many hours to find out which card performs in comparison. And I guess the estimations are pretty close, let's say 90–95% true. Also, don't forget that this is an alpha, like an early access version, and it's still in development, and the team is constantly providing patches, updates, sometimes with performance boosts, sometimes performance gets worse. It's an up and down, and we'll just have to see. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, see you next time.